So the numbing cream is really starting to hit, and it's like numbing right around my mouth real good. So suspecting I will feel another thing there, but I'm interested to see how it is on my forehead. When I got microblading done, the first time I felt zero, nothing. The second time I could like feel it. I also drank coffee that day, and I drank 4 shots of espresso today. Is that bad?
No, it should be okay.
She's giving me this look like she's lying.
I think it's fine.
We'll find out. All right, let's get this show on the road. I'm so excited. We are getting the vampire facial today, and I am so excited. I'm so nervous. Although I know she's gonna numb the crap out of me, so I'm not like that worried about it, you know? But I've heard so many people say it like has the pain level of like getting like your face waxed or something like that.
Just getting all the makeup off. We're gonna put the numbing cream on first.
This is the numbing cream?
This is the numbing cream. So we're gonna leave this on for at least 20 minutes.
Do work, let's go.
And we don't wanna miss anywhere because otherwise we get right to the hairline and that's where you jump. So we make sure we get everywhere. We're gonna do right under the eyes.
I can't believe Kim Kardashian did this without numbing cream.
Yeah, that's...
Like, could you imagine how painful that would be?
Yeah, no, I mean, and they would have had to have gone deep enough to get blood too, so it's not like they just did a light one. As far as depths and everything, this is more for the microneedling rather than the PRP, but usually there's different standard depths that you'll do, so anywhere from 0.5 millimeters to 1.5. So 0.5, and you got to think about how deep the skin is. So once you get to about 1 millimeter in general on the face, that is when you hit the papillary dermis, which is where the top level of the dermis. And so then you know that you're hitting kind of where your blood vessels are. You've got capillaries, obviously, or capillaries. You've got your collagen and elastin, which sits there. So if you're not hitting anywhere where there's blood, you're not really getting deep enough to stimulate that unless you're using a heat-based source. So back to microneedling, the 0.5, you could do it around the eyes because it's thinner skin, so you probably will hit where you need to be. Around the rest of the skin, like the cheeks, sometimes you do need to go deeper, like 1 to 1.5. If you're getting true acne scarring, you want at least 1, but usually 1.5, sometimes 2, depending on the person's skin. If it's like a guy, you're gonna wanna go deeper because their skin's a bit thicker. I'm guessing it's gonna be around 0.5, 0.5 to 1, 0.5, at least 1 through here, maybe 1.5, and then 1 around the mouth. That's usually for someone your age, what I would say. And
I'm like breaking out really bad on this side. Is that like going to be like...
So usually you don't want to do it too much with an active breakout. So what I'm going to do is do that part very last.
Okay.
And I'm probably just going to more punch through and then leave it.
Oh, no. I get so scared. I'm not going to record this part because I get really nervous and I just like can't. Okay? Love you guys. We got it in. There's our blood.
A little bit of blood here. So I'm just going to spin it. So we just like to give it a little shake. Then I'm going to go and put it in the centrifuge. 10 minutes and then it'll be ready. This is after it's spun now, so we've got a couple vials here. So the top part is the serum, which contains your PRP, Platelet Rich Plasma. It also contains platelet poor plasma.
Oh, this is so interesting.
Yeah, so
that was in my body?
That was in your body. And then we got the red blood cells condensed at the bottom.
Wait, so what's that thing in the center?
That is a separating gel. Just to keep it. So that's when it spins, it pushes the red blood cells down, they're heavier, and then the serum stays on top.
Wow, that is so interesting.
So PRP would be sitting at the top of all of that serum. And so we want this stuff because this is what's made to help heal the skin. So when you get an injury and you get lots of swelling, what you get is a rush of blood because of this. This rushes to the site of the wound or the injury to heal it. So we're literally just taking that and applying it over your injury. So we're gonna do an alcohol wipe to clean. And then I just do a little bit of chlorhexidine too. That just helps to really make sure we're nice and clean. Minimize risk of infection. So first what we do, we've got the PRP here, or the serum. So I just put a little bit onto the skin first because I like to use it baseline and then the needles will pop it into the skin. And then at the end, once we've created all those little micro channels from the microneedling, then I put it on again at the end. So we're kind of hitting it from both sides here. Then we will start the actual treatment.
It's not painful at all.
No, and we're starting low, and then I'm gonna go a little bit deeper, which you won't really notice much of a difference, but I just like to hit all the layers of the skin kind of. And this is where the vampire part comes in. So as you can see from the PRP, we're not using the blood. This is where the blood comes from. So we wanna get it, so we're just getting this pinpoint bleeding.
Hey you guys, so we're on the other side. It tickles my nose a lot and the vibrations make me want to close my eye, but it's not painful. Ooh, I have a blood beard.
A blood beard.
Cute.
So this part usually feel just a little bit more. So for her, I left the numbing cream on a little bit longer just while I was doing the rest of her face.
I'm done. I'm just gonna leave like this. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to get this all off and yeah, give you guys a little, wow, okay. You guys, so here's my face in like the natural light. It looks a little bit more red on camera than it actually is, but I just want to show you guys in natural light what it looks like. Babe, what do you think?
It's definitely working its magic. It is.
What does that mean?
I mean, it's definitely helping, right?
Based off, how do you, what? But my skin, it looks bad and it looks like it's probably got a lot of texture, but it feels like it has no texture. I've been breaking out really bad on this side, and so I was expecting like, I don't know, more texture after the vampire facial because, you know, it's like digging into your skin and then all of that, but my skin where I had the acne, like, there's no texture there. I'm like, oh, butter? What? I am having the purge, and it is one of the worst purges, honestly, that I've ever had. So I am breaking out really bad on the side, but also keep in mind that I also sleep on that side. So I tried to sleep on my back, but it's kind of, I just wake up and I'm still on my right side. So generally I'm changing my pillowcases every like 2 to 3 nights. However, I was lazy. Not the time to be lazy, I know this, but I was only switching it out once a week. So I switched it out right the day I got my vampire facial, and then I didn't switch it out until like 4 days ago. So let me go put on some makeup and I will give you guys my final thoughts on the vampire facial, skincare that I used, every tip that I have, everything about the vampire facial. Let's get into it, but I need to go put on some foundation right now. This is just based off of my experience. Let me just tell you guys my skin type before we get into this. So I have very sensitive skin, and then it's very combination. So some days she wants to be oily, some days she is drier than a desert. We live in Denver, so since moving here, it's become a lot drier. However, I'm not one of those people that gets like oily in the T-zone. I'm usually like oily on my cheeks and my forehead, and then like my T-zone is actually pretty dry. So take what you will from this. This is only my experience, but let's first get into what the heck this treatment is. The PRP is that blood part, that liquid gold that they put on your face, which really it's just the parts of your blood with all the growth factors in it. And then the microneedling causing trauma, damage to your dermis. And so what it's telling your skin or your body is, hey, we need to go take care of that area and we need to go heal it. So it produces a ton of collagen. And then throughout the procedure, this is why they call it the vampire facial, you're hitting the dermis in so deep that it is causing blood to rise to the surface. And the platelet rich plasma that is used throughout the thing is just dropped onto your face as they go. So they'll go along with the needle and then they'll drop a little bit of that liquid gold, go along with the needle, drop some more, and it kind of just goes as is. All right, so let's talk about the treatment itself, like being in the chair, getting it done. So while I was getting it done, my cheeks, it actually felt kind of like a massage, especially like when she got to my jawbone. That actually low-key felt so good. And then when she got to my nose, it wasn't like uncomfortable or anything. It was like so freaking ticklish that I was like trying not to laugh. Like I was just like trying to like remain like an adult and like be chill about it. But like I was dying. And then when she got to the forehead, it didn't hurt at all. It was just a little bit like uncomfortable. Like I think the worst part, the hardest part, worst part for me about the entire thing was getting my blood drawn. The numbing cream started to wear off, so it stung a little bit, just like I was windburnt. The first night when I went home, I was so red. Like it was just vampire red. It was like so bad. And then it also, every impurity in my face was like dark maroon. So maybe like plan a movie night in when you're getting the vampire facial that night and don't have 1,000 guests over. I had like a ton of guys over because the boys were going on a bachelor party the next day. So they were all staying at our house. And so I came home and I was like, hello, strangers. It's nice to see you all. With my red AF skin, I look like a mutant, and my poor husband is hotter than hell. And so they're probably like, why is he with this girl? Ew, what? But whatever. Next day, makeup will cover it just fine. Don't stress, but I would recommend just try not to wear very much makeup or for not very long. After the 3 days, it kind of calmed down. And then my skin was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was wonderful. And then the purge happened, like so bad. And it was like one of the worst breakouts. I'm still going through it, as you guys saw in the footage. One of the worst breakouts I think I've ever had in my adult life. I can't necessarily blame it all on the vampire facial. I think it, one, has to do with my pillowcase. I always sleep on this side. I was laying on my back and sleeping on my back, but I always wake up on my right side. I don't know what it is. I love sleeping on my right side. And so I think that played a little bit of a factor. Also, starting my period, hormones, I think that really played a factor. So those three combined didn't really do justice to the right side of my face. Along with the purge, I did get a little bit of a weird reaction that I think had more to do with the microneedling side of it. I don't think this part had anything to do with the Platelet Rich Plasma. But I got like these small bumps around my ear, around my eyes, both ears, and on my forehead right here. And it was almost like they were like acne-like small bumps. When I got back to using my retinol again, it kicked it right out of the butt. So that was not a big deal. Before that collagen is produced and your skin is completely healed, your skin is going to be very sensitive to the sun. So just word of the wise, stay out of the sun. Going into the next point, don't use any active ingredients. You don't want to be using any retinols, any AHAs or BHAs, which is glycolic or salicylic. Don't go home and do like a chemical peel. I would honestly stick with just a cream cleanser. I wouldn't be doing a foaming cleanser because foaming cleansers are a little bit drying to the skin sometimes, and your skin might feel a little bit tight afterwards, might feel a little sensitive, it might feel a little bit stingy. So I would just stick to cream cleansers. Just work on putting that hydration into your skin. I'll put a few down in the description box that I really like, and I will make sure to label every single one. And then for a moisturizer, just do something super simple. Don't do something super heavy. I would recommend staying far away from heavy creams. I was actually using the Pie Rose Hip Day Cream, and that is one of the only moisturizers in my collection. I have a ton that made my skin feel really calm and really cooling, so I'll make sure to put that in the description box as well. Anyways, so this is a procedure that is obviously not like one of those super zen-y moment kind of chill, think to yourself, reflect back on your entire life facials. This is obviously a treatment. This is obviously something that you want to prepare for, something you want to take care of and prepare to take care of afterwards. Overall, my opinions on this facial, I did enjoy the actual facial itself. I am going to go back and get another one, but I think we will be putting laser with it this next time. That'll be for another video, so I'm gonna stop talking about that now. But I am interested to see if I get those little bumps again, or if it's maybe because my thought was maybe it's because it's the first time I ever got microneedling, or it's part of the damage. So it damages the dermis and then sends the healing properties. So I kind of want to get her opinion, and maybe we'll figure that out in the next video. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big ol' thumbs up and subscribe. I love talking about skincare. It is like one of my biggest passions in the entire world. So if you guys have any other videos you want to see, maybe we break down some ingredients, some hot topics in skincare, whatever, let me know and I would love to do them for you guys. Anyways, I hope you guys have a freaking fabulous day. Love you guys so much. Is there anything else I want to say? Make sure that you guys have got that bell checked because that'll notify you guys when I have new videos. I don't know why when you're subscribed to someone it doesn't notify you that they have new videos, but yeah, make sure you hit that bell button because it will help you guys out. Anyways, love you guys so much and have a great day. Mwah! Bye, beauties.